Tonight, a family terrorized during a home invasion. How a family member rescued them.
Plus, a major shakeup for the FBI. President Trump fires Director James Comey.
A few showers and storms earlier today, and we're not done with the rain chances just yet. I'll have a look at the hour-by-hour forecast.
Do you remember what made your favorite teacher so special?
My favorite teacher is...
We let kids tell their stories as we celebrate Teacher Appreciation Day.
This is KVUE News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Quita Culpepper.
And I'm Mike Rush.
And as you probably noticed if you went outside, and as you can see in this time-lapsed video, we had some spotty showers and thunderstorms throughout the day. And guess what? We can expect more of the same.
Some colder temperatures might join that rain as well. Albert, what's it looking like for the rest of this week?
Yeah, at least some rain cooled air as we sit in the 70s right now. We've got this muggy air mass, and some on and off showers will be with us throughout the rest of the evening and again for tomorrow. Right now, Max Storm Doppler radar showing temperatures anywhere from upper 60s in Mason to low 80s in LaGrange. And over the last 3 hours, showers coming in from the south, some moving off to the northwest, some low-level flow from the Gulf of Mexico, some moving to the northwest with some upper-level flow moving across the area. There's a couple of showers to the south of Kyle and Buda right now, and portions of Hayes and also in Caldwell County. One shower headed towards Lockhart at the moment. So an evening passing shower, a couple more showers, even a rumble of thunder for tomorrow. Can't rule out a strong thunderstorm producing some hail on Thursday ahead of a frontal boundary, which will push in some drier air as we head into your Mother's Day weekend. Much more on that coming up.
New at 6, a North Austin house fire is out. That fire happened off Broderick Lane Drive near Palmer Lane. The Austin Fire Department tweeted out this video of them dousing the flames. The home did suffer significant damage. And as you can see in these pictures, the fire started in the attic and spread throughout the home. Fire crews say lightning is the probable cause.
Developing story at this hour. FBI Director James Comey has been fired. The news comes less than a week after Comey testified about Russia's involvement in last year's election. During that time, he made some incorrect statements about the investigation into Hillary Clinton's private email server, particularly how many emails were forwarded to former Congressman Anthony Weiner. The FBI corrected the record in a letter to Congress today. Hours later, President Trump made the decision to fire Comey.
As you may remember, the Snapchat video of a nursing assistant allegedly taunting a woman with a feather as she smeared feces on her face. Now the elderly woman's family is filing a $1 million lawsuit against the Austin nursing home. In that suit filed on May 5th, the son of the 83-year-old woman cites Windsor Nursing and Rehabilitation Services of Duval of allegedly failing to report the incident to law enforcement and to the family. The lawsuit also accuses the nursing home of negligently hiring 23-year-old Carlos Santa Cruz. Back on April 5th, Santa Cruz was charged with misdemeanor injury to the elderly by contact.
One of the nation's largest civil rights groups has issued a travel alert for people going to Texas because of the state's new sanctuary city ban. The national chapter of the ACLU is warning all travelers, and that's including U.S. citizens, of illegal arrest, racial profiling, and demands to show your papers. The new law allows police officers to question a person's immigration status, but opponents argue it violates both the Texas and the United States constitutions.
And coming up at 10, we're answering your questions, and quite a few of you do want to know, can law enforcement ask someone's immigration status during a traffic stop, for instance? Well, send us your questions if you have something you want verified, and we'll have the full report tonight at 10.
We're learning more about the night teenager Jordan Edwards was killed by a Balch Springs police officer. We now know there were 2 officers there, but only one fired his weapon. The warrant says Officer Roy Oliver was standing on the passenger side and not behind the car when he fired his rifle several times as it drove past. The car was full of teenagers who were leaving a party. The former officer is charged with murder. Hospital operations at the University Medical Center Brackenridge will soon be moving to a new location.
Later this month, the hospital is relocating across the street to a new building and changing its name to Dell Seton Medical Center at the University of Texas. KVUE's Rebecca Trejo is live at the Medical Center. And Rebecca, there's been a little confusion about this move.
Yeah, the hospital just wants to make sure that people know that the switch has not happened yet. University Medical Center Brackenridge is still the facility to get service. That is until Sunday, May 21st, when the switch will happen across 15th Street. On that day at 7 a.m., patients, hospital staff will be moved here to Del Seaton, and Brackenridge will be closed forever. The only services to remain are psychiatric. Today we got an inside look at the brand new $311 million facility. And this is what the new patient rooms, operating rooms, and helipad looks like. Del Seaton is also a teaching hospital, meaning students can train here to get their residency.
In our current facility, that facility wasn't designed to enhance the teaching environment. This facility we're in really takes us to that next level in being able to include our learners closer to the bedside and enhance the learning experience, as well as very patient-centered around the delivery of care to all of the patients and the families that we serve.
Right. The new building is 7 stories tall with 211 beds. There will be an open house this Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m. Now, the exact plans for the old facility at Brackenridge are still to be determined, but it's likely to be turned into a mixed-use community of apartments, restaurants, and office buildings. Live at the Medical Center, Rebecca Trejo, KVUE News.
Thank you, Rebecca. A protest at the Capitol today resembled a popular TV show.
While I take every precaution to make sure I don't get pregnant, birth control sometimes fails, and rapes happen. If I were to get pregnant again, I would have an abortion.
Women dressed like characters from the show Handmaid's Tale and held up signs about Texas anti-abortion legislation. The show is based on a book where women's rights are taken away and a class of women called handmaids are kept to reproduce the population.
Some not so sweet news for peach farmers and customers. The mild winter has caused problems in orchards across the Lone Star State. It is delaying blooming significantly. So what does it mean for you? You may have to shell out more for those Texas peaches.